Former Texas Governor Rick Perry joins us now. So what is next, Governor, if this thing looks like it's on a collision course and doesn't stop?
Well, here's what I think is going to happen from a political standpoint. Is it was kind of intriguing to listen to the Castro brothers talking about how Texas is going to turn purple and then blue, and they're dreaming, because what this administration is doing is turning Texas even more red, and it's really going to start getting red along the border where the historic Democrat Party was strong. And because of this open border and open crime and open problem that we've got with drugs and all the other things that are happening along the border of Texas, those Hispanic historic Democrats are becoming Republicans, and they're becoming Republicans overwhelmingly. So I will suggest to you that the Castro boys may have been talking about their pipe dream of seeing a blue Texas, but Texas is going to be even redder from a political standpoint. Now, God bless Governor Abbott for what he's doing.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, he's fighting the fight. He's standing up, doing what needs to be done in this country. I hope he finds more buses and more airplanes to send these individuals further into the United States, so the folks in New York and Chicago and Denver, those places that are begging and telling us, oh, you cold-hearted people down there in Texas, we're sanctuary cities up here, and you should be too. Well, here's your chance to reflect that, and I will suggest to you, it's just a bunch of blather when they have to deal with this issue and the cost of it and the cost of their citizens, not just in money, but in crime, in having to deal with this from a Medicare standpoint, deal with this in their public schools. They are going to wish they had always been on the side of law and order, building a wall, building the technology, having the quick response teams to secure that border like we did under the Trump administration. And I will suggest to you that November of 24, in a short 10 months, you're going to see Americans turning out in droves, sending a message about we are fed up.
Yeah, I hope so. I thought that was going to happen, Governor Perry, during the, I know, very good. I hope that was going to happen during the midterms. It didn't happen the way I thought it did. And, Texas used to be deep red, Governor. I mean, Reagan won it huge, Bush won it huge, but it has gotten more purple if you look at the presidential margins. But let me ask you, going forward in the week and the week after, what does it mean when the Governor Abbott says, no, we're not going to let you cut these fences down, we're going to put more up, and Biden says, oh, we're coming to cut these down? What does that look like?
Well, if that's the image that Joe Biden wants to send all across the country, that he is literally willing to go to war with one of his own states, then, good luck with that, Mr. President, because I'm going to tell you, the people of America are sick of this immigration problem that we've got. They know why it's happening, and they're going to stand up with Greg Abbott, with Governor Patrick, with the Texas legislature, and push back hard, as they should. This is just not acceptable. The people of America know it, Jesse.
All right. Well, I think Fed Up, the book title, I think speaks for every American, at least the ones that I talk to. Thank you so much, Governor.
God bless you, brother.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.